God, you say that the pure in heart will always see you. So I do pray that you purify my heart and the hearts of those listening so that they see you and only in this message. May I only speak your words, may I only speak your wisdom and your guidance over the people you love so dearly. You say that those who teach have a greater responsibility, that you'll judge them more harshly. I pray that I am worthy of this responsibility, Lord. I pray that those who listen hear only you and hear your words. Remove every bit of me from this message. Mortify my flesh. Let me speak what you have to say. The I must decrease that you can increase, Lord. In your name I pray. Amen. So I lost my bag on Sunday. Thankfully, there was nothing really important in it. It was more so just like a few sentimental items, but I wasn't too worried about it. And I didn't get it back today, until like today, which is Thursday. But there were some things that happened in between that time that show me why he might have done that. So, sorry, I'm just getting a bit distracted, but today he revealed to me that I would have to wait a little bit longer for something I really wanted. And I got very disappointed. I got upset at him. I vented my frustrations to him. Then afterwards, I tried thanking him for the things I already had. And, I put on some worship music. Theocracy is my go-to right now. And I just tried to remember who he is and try to remember that he has only the best in mind. Not just for me, but for all of mankind. Of course, like a little thing like what I wanted isn't going to impact the course of history that much. But it does matter to God that it happens in his way and his timing so that we don't end up like hurting ourselves. So I don't end up hurting myself in this process. So I kind of vented for a bit, and I ended up going back home to grab like another bag so I could put my overdue books in, and I went to the library and returned it. And I returned them. I ended up going back to the parish hall, which is where I originally lost my bag, my purse, for Bible study, and I found it there. What struck me for some reason was that I had 3 bags. So I had my backpack slung over my shoulder. I had the bag I lost, and then the bag I brought with me to return my overdue books. And what God told me through that was that I'm going to leave with more than I originally came in with. Sorry for that staggered saying, but I'm going to leave more than I came in with. So if you endure this weight, you endure the trials faithfully and with God's guidance and discernment, and you follow his will in all that he tells you to do, you will leave with more than you enter this like waiting period with. And I don't even really like the term waiting period because there's still important things he wants you to learn during this time. Preparation period is really more like it, but even then it's not just preparation. There's also the fulfillment of things you might have already prayed for in the past, and also like other ways you have to serve right now. So just zoom in as much as possible in this time. Like for example, before I even found my bag, I was actually in the parish hall talking to this woman who was doing cross stitch. She ended up losing a stocking that she had made for her daughter and was trying to remake it. And she said that she hoped it was ready in time for Christmas. And what was really impressive is that she had already finished like the front half by the time I saw her. Like the front half was pretty much already done. So God will more than make up for the time that you feel like you've lost waiting for something, or the time that you feel like has been wasted on other things. If you genuinely turn to him with a repentant heart, and you are doing the things he tells you to do in that time, he will more than make up the time for your faithful service. Additionally, this woman began speaking to me about the goals I had for my future and what I wanted to do. And it reminded me that even though not everything happened the way I wanted it to, or not even in the time I wanted it to, it was still happening. Like, it was still getting done. Because my main contention with God up until this point, or even still to this point, is that like the things I most dearly wanted, especially when it came to like financial security, like I've wanted to get a full ride scholarship since I was a kid, or more specifically since I was a sophomore in high school. And I remember praying and working for it so badly, and I got like a full tuition one, but that didn't cover housing, and I had to pray and strive after that, only to get on the wait list, and then to get approved for that position like 2 weeks, or not 2 weeks, like into September. And I had to do it like a whole hassle afterwards. I was like, I don't understand why it's done in such a convoluted way. And this talking to is what made me realize like that goal of like getting the scholarship and graduating debt free and getting my degree in neuroscience, like it was still happening, just not in the way I thought it would. That time was like slowly but surely being redeemed. So I leave you with a verse in Isaiah. I don't remember which chapter, but blessed are those who wait on the Lord. Isaiah 40:31, I think, is a more famous one, where you will wait on the Lord and your strength will be renewed on eagle's wings.